Using Meetup to create more memorable workshops to promote your business. Founded in 2001 by the Triumvirate, and you thought only Google's Brin, Schmidt and Page owned this moniker, of Hefferman, Meeker and Kamali, Meetup was developed under the premise that the World Wide Web should focus more on localizing engagement activities. Simply put, the web should foster the ability to merge online networking with offline face-to-face meetings. As one of the fastest-growing social networks of the early 2000s, the company quickly earned their stripes as an effective grassroots support tool for a variety of political and fundraising group activities. Most notable among Meetup's early adopters were then presidential candidate Howard Dean, Senators John Kerry and John Edwards, and the campaign re-election committee of President George W. Bush. Since then, Meetup has evolved to include special interest topics ranging from book clubs to small business marketing strategies, and just about everything in between. Among the most interesting we found was a group devoted to exploring how to use golf as a business tool. Meetup's main source of revenue comes from organizers who pay a nominal fee to have their groups listed. Despite early criticisms, Meetup has continued to flourish while adding a great many features that aid in producing quality events, workshops, and even less formal coffeehouse meetings. As of today, Meetup boasts over 6.5 million members, hosting over 72,000 groups with over 61 million RSVPs, and counting. After months of email marketing, social networking through Twitter, Facebook and LinkedIn, I decided to give Meetup a whirl. In the past, I'd attended a few Meetup group sessions on a variety of topics: entrepreneur, angel funding, SEO, and social media, in the Los Angeles area. The one thing I noticed with each was they seemed to generate a lot of early buzz, but most lost momentum and ended up dying on the vine shortly after they launched. In my opinion, this had more to do with what I call the informality factor than anything. Most of the events I attended were lacking an organizational approach that helped foster the type of meaningful engagement that encouraged people to keep coming back. That really seemed odd to me, since I later found after creating my Meetup group that the service actually did so much to help facilitate a fantastically coordinated event, from free, highly localized exposure to the Meetup community and a well-conceived RSVP management system to tools that accommodate the printing of name tags and tabletop cards. Meetup did what my website couldn't do. Sure, I have an RSVP form on my site, but everything beyond that was manually coordinated using Excel spreadsheets, HTML-generated email, follow-up phone calls, and hand-printed registration materials. To me, migrating over to Meetup was a no-brainer. In relatively short time, my Los Angeles Internet Marketing Meetup group has grown quickly, and I've hosted the first of my regular monthly events using the service as a secondary marketing channel. Note, I still use traditional email marketing and other social networking platforms. February's online marketing workshop saw a tremendous uptick in attendee RSVPs, primarily due to Meetup. Meetup alone helped to generate an additional 40 RSVPs to my educational workshop, and early indications point to another successful March event participation. But before I get too far off track, I want to touch again on the informality factor. What I've learned in my experience hosting these types of workshops is that people need to feel like they are getting something out of their participation, especially where, in the big city, so much is competing for their attention, time, and energy. The last thing people will commit to with any regularity is an informal gathering devoid of any real coordination and management. Sure, Meetup's design supports highly informal meetings. You don't even have to include your last name when registering, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't work to create a series of professionally produced events. The great thing is, with Meetup's suite of helpful management tools, you can spend more time focusing on creating memorable events. Here are 10 tips to help you create great events through Meetup. 1. Find a sponsor. Don't think your events are big enough to nab a sponsor? Think again. In this age of reduced marketing budgets, companies are looking to get creative in promoting their brand. Sponsors don't necessarily have to give you money either. Sponsors can provide meeting space, refreshments, and among other things, free parking. In LA, a gold mine. I've been incredibly successful at finding sponsors by virtue of the fact that we bring in local business owners to our events. Get creative. You will be surprised how easy it is to get your next sponsor. Point 2. Designate speakers. Are you a subject matter expert in the topic? If not, do you know of someone who is? There are literally thousands of people who are willing to speak on a given topic for free. If you need to find someone quickly, use LinkedIn groups to post speaker requests or just call a local company that specializes in your topic. You can bet they'll send someone out post haste. Bottom line, designate a few speakers to share something about the topic you are creating your events around. But, above all, 3. Do not sell. People are tired of the old bait and switch or sales pitches disguised as free education. If you are doing this, stop right now. This includes any speakers you bring in, see above. Make it a point to reinforce your no-selling policy to anyone who speaks at your events. They want to be asked back, so they should respect your policy. I can hear some people now saying, so if we can't sell, then what are we there for? To give. Giving comes in a lot of forms and may include tips, education, know-how, self-help, and any other information that helps your audience to walk away with something of value, without having to open their wallet. The mere fact that you are not selling to your audience creates the opportunity to deliver a positive experience while establishing you, or your company, as the go-to resource for what they need. In short, they will remember you when the need arises for your product or service. The bottom line is you have to be prepared to give in order to receive. Trust me, if you continue to hard sell your audience, your only result will be turning more people away, and more importantly, you'll assuredly create the wrong kind of buzz about your meetup, or worse yet, your company. 4. Create an agenda. And often overlooked and big, of course, is creating an agenda for your meetings and events. Agendas should clearly list your topics, speaker info, meeting timeframes, and organizer contact information. They take only a second to create, help participants know what to expect, allow them to do their homework in advance, and more importantly, give your event that professional touch that helps to bolster your communications well beyond your event. Point 5. Send email reminders. Try to plan your event as far in advance as you can, but also don't forget to send reminders periodically to keep your event fresh in people's minds. Folks get busy and often forget about events they signed up for weeks prior. Sending friendly reminders helps to keep you in the forefront of their minds. Also, don't just send reminders without giving them something of value or mention of something special about the upcoming event. Let them know you've just written a blog post, include the link, tell them there is going to be a surprise guest at the event or there is a door prize for the first 20 arrivals. This is a great one since everyone here in Los Angeles is notoriously late. If you are here in LA, you know what I am talking about. 6. Print name tags. Meetup offers this great service for free. All you need are standard Avery labels. Use it. 7. Print the attendee list. Again, Meetup offers this for free. Nothing like a simple registration process to help give your meeting or event the credibility it deserves. One thing to note, a biggie here: unless you are charging for your event, plan on about 15% of the RSVPs to no show. It's a fact. Unfortunately. Try to encourage responsibility in your Meetup group by asking them to kindly un-RSVP if they know they won't be able to make it. Fortunately, Meetup offers another great RSVP management feature whereby you can create a waiting list that automatically bumps people up to live if someone cancels. Point 8. Allow time for networking. Not only allow time, but create a special time frame for a well-coordinated power networking session. There are many reasons people come to your events, not the least of which is to network with others. In this tough economy, you'll quickly realize that quite a few people come just for the networking. Point 9. Share your presentations environmentally. Not only does posting your presentation on sites like SlideShare help the environment, less paper, but it also gives your event or company the additional link juice SEO talk that helps to create more visibility for you online. Point 10. Follow up, just finished a great event and already thinking of next month? Wait a minute there. You forgot the most important ingredient for event management success: follow up. Following up allows you to stay connected with your audience and, if done correctly, can provide meaningful information about how to improve your event the next time around. Use, for example, polls provided by Meetup and group email to elicit feedback from your audience. Honorable mention: create collateral to hand out at your meeting listing your Meetup group, social networks, and SlideShare URLs. Take photos or shoot video at your events. Interviews are great for video, and upload them on your Meetup page. YouTube and Flickr accounts. Create event notices on sites like LinkedIn, Facebook, and Media Post. Recruit people to join your Meetup group from other similar groups on Meetup. Admittedly, I am not the consummate pro using Meetup quite yet, but I have learned a lot from hosting events and have applied much of what I've learned over the years to how I use Meetup now and in the future.